This is your weekly YouTube channel audit livestream. All you need to do is use the correct link in the description, fill out the form, and we'll consider your channel for review. That's right, channel reviews are free, but you can send us a super chat and watch us discuss your question live on air. If you submit your channel for review, expect the following. We will share with you our knowledge, experience, and passion as fellow YouTube creators. I want to give a massive shout out and thanks to our moderators who do an awesome job every single live stream. And that's your onboarding done. What channels have you brought us this week?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to vidIQ, where today we are once again taking a look at your YouTube channels. Yes, you specifically can submit your channel to one of the links down below. Be sure to submit it to the correct form, read the instructions, and a lot of people are submitting. We already have a lot of submissions. There's a chance you don't get selected, so make sure you get like a notepad or something. Some of you are watching this after the fact. You most certainly will not get selected unless maybe you submitted before we went live and then said, well, I'm not going to show up to that thing, and then went away and then skipped through it later on to see if you got audited. You know, maybe you got selected, but everybody else should probably take notes and figure out what works best for their channels based on all the advice that we're giving. And I say we because we are joined today by Jen.
Hi everyone.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. You sound good.
Oh, that's all a facade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. Fine.
And Rob's here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Can I just say right here, right now, Alex did an awesome job substituting for you last week, Jen, but it's great to have you back.
Oh, I'm so glad Alex got to pop in. I'm sure everybody loved him.
That was he got, I think, didn't he get like 3 knowledge bombs, which might be a record
on his first stream?
Tremendous work, yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll just get Alex back in here. I'll just leave.
I think
well, his reward was 2 full minutes with Savage with no one else in the room. And I don't think he wants to come back.
You scared him off the stream forever.
Maybe.
So the way this works is that we will be looking at your channels. The links are down below again, and we've already pre-selected a few, but not as many as usual. We're going to try to give us some more randoms today. So myself, the cat, Jen, and Rob are here. Oh, you almost fell off the desk there. We're here ready to go. So I'm going to pull up the first channel who submitted on the non-gaming form. Legendary cat, clumsy cat. It is Swiss Walker Universal, who needs to be zoomed in a little bit here, but I turned off my keyboard so it wouldn't get stepped on. Let's see. About there. And they have 333 subscribers, 40 videos. And they are what I believe is a kind of like a casual like walking channel. They walk these gorgeous areas around Switzerland.
I mean, that is the immediate perception you get from the thumbnails. And if that is what their channel is about, then mission successful in communicating as clearly as possible what the channel is about. I think that's great work to do something so instantly in the visuals, along with, of course, the channel name.
Yeah, and their latest few videos doing pretty well. They have a couple of outliers as you scroll down.
They really do.
And I feel like we can already start to get an idea of which ones of, are based on which ones are outliers, which ones are not. Like our easiest advice in terms of like, oh, we'll just double down on. It looks like Zurich.
Yeah, I'd say that probably has the most international recognition, right? In terms of, if you think of a city in Switzerland, Zurich is probably going to be the one. And having that as a bucket, so not one that you're always covering all of the time, but like, say, every 2 or 3 out of 5 videos might be the idea. In this case, I've done 3 in a row, and it's building momentum there, isn't it? We can see from the vidIQ outlier tool that the 2 most recent videos are turning into viral moments for them.
They are. I'm kind of curious to see what they look like for one, but like the engagement on them, things like that.
What was the form? Did they have any specific questions on the form, Dan?
Yes. So they're, oops, keyboard's off.
It does that to me, Dan. I don't know why it does that. It kind of just skips a number, doesn't it?
I think they stopped updating this particular program over at Google, and they should probably work on it some more.
Yeah.
Okay, so they said the goal of their channel is learning new stuff make business of it one day. Biggest obstacle is not enough time. What part of your channel do you want us to focus on? They say walking videos are boring. Need your opinion on content, thumbnails, and some previous.
Is it? Are they saying
whole channel?
Are they saying we think that walking videos are boring, or comments? Or
They,
the YouTube watchers is how I take it.
they're the ones saying that.
The mysterious they.
I really, before we even get back to the channel, I just want to address this. There's a lot of channels that do what you do, and I've watched channels like this based on my interest in a place, and I don't regularly watch them, but I watch them if I have like a trip coming up or something, and I want to like just see the area from the ground.
I want to know what the sound in these is going to be. That's like my #1 question right now.
So, oops, they do claim that it is shot in 4K, and it does look like that option is available to us. I won't do that because it's going to choke everything. But it already looks really nice, even at 1080. So you could tell they are doing what you're supposed to do and using the nicest equipment possible when it comes to these videos.
What was your question, Jen?
I want to know what the sound is going to be. If it's like, it sounds like it's just going to be natural.
Yeah.
Sounds
atmospheric.
So we get the point. Natural sound. I just want to be able to talk over it. Oh, that's gorgeous.
So pretty, super smooth. They must be using a gimbal or some kind of crazy stabilization on the camera.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. And you also picked a perfect day for this because you want it to be overcast so the lighting is nice and even. And you also don't want it to be too foggy or anything, so you can see those views that you're getting right now, just in the distance. Everything is in focus. This is exactly what I expect from a channel that does this type of content.
Wait, this is so fun. I just love that they're doing seasons. Like they are picking like a whole vibe for like the city. Like that makes it so interesting to me.
It means you can repeat the process as well. Yeah.
But like if you're gonna tell me it's fall in that city, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like if that's your favorite time of year, what it looks like in different places, I think that's such an interesting aspect to add to the content.
And if they ever decorate a certain location for events or holidays, you can go back through
Christmas?
and yep. So I kind of feel like they're already doing this correctly. They're meeting my expectations here. And let's see, 31 comments.
Intro in this video.
In this video. Oh, that's interesting. I don't really think you need this.
Yeah.
And then it disappears.
You can check the audience retention at the very beginning to see if that has a positive or negative impact.
If they were going to do that, I would say pick the most fall-esque looking clips you have to match the expectation. I don't know if I would have picked like a train clip for that intro. Like these seasonal mums and stuff, like to me, I'm like, that was a good pick. Like something that's going to help the title.
Yeah. Let's see. This video, same location, didn't do as well. And that's where I'm kind of scratching my head because I'm like, well, what, it's different parts of the city.
Well, maybe it is the kind of anti-walking tour video that you would typically want to watch as a potential tourist. This is like beyond the tourists, walking the lesser known spots. If you're thinking of visiting that place, it's kind of, maybe that's not for me. But don't get me wrong, it might be a cool video to have for their hardcore community. Hardcore community. I'm not suggesting there's like a hardcore community for walking videos.
A walking community, okay? Listen.
The gang, the Zurich gang.
Yeah, I guess though the thing that just hit me too is the fact that this is a little more specific. Autumn walk versus just beyond the tourists. Like
so was the last one.
Yeah, end of
summer.
Yeah.
I think they could even be super specific, like spring blooms. Like they could, I feel like, niche it down even more for the season. And like you were saying, Dan, like decorations, like a Christmas walk, like things like that. I think they have opportunity to truly experiment. Wait, one thing that's bothering me is like, would you guys enjoy this more with low music behind the natural sounds?
Not for me personally.
I don't know.
No,
I think it's a
like if I'm
preference.
leaving this on my TV as like instead of like because I'll do the the fireplace, I'll do stuff like that and leave it on all the time. But like this would be really interesting to me to leave on. But for me, I would want music. That might just be a viewer thing. That might be selfish.
It could be a content bucket where like you have the regular walking tours and then you have like the ambient tours.
Yes.
And that word will kind of tell people, hey, have this on your TV in the background.
The concern I always have with music is if a viewer tends to watch at 1.25 speeds or 1.5. And I think I might do this for something of a length of this if I was wanting to get an idea of a place I was going. Like often when we're going on a holiday, we want to see videos on the hotel, and I cannot stand montages, 2-minute montages with music because the music is always terrible and it drives me nuts. That's just my personal opinion, but that you'd have to do some split testing, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And I think, Dan, that's a good idea, isn't it? You could test another bucket where you have like the ambience, I guess the ASMR street walking tour, or tranquil music version.
Yeah, I think so too. So there's like not too many directions I want to push this channel just because this type of content, you don't want to be like, okay, you need to be on camera and you need to like, this is not that kind of channel. Yeah. So I do feel like because they're already seeing some success, like things are going really well here. I don't want to like push them too far in any particular direction other than like what we just talked about. I will say that I'm noticing in their titles, I think this is supposed to be a flag emoji, but it's not showing up. I would just get rid of it. I think it's making the title confusing. Maybe certain browsers can see it, but mine can't. And there's probably many that can't.
Interesting. That happens on TV too for a lot of emojis.
Yeah.
So I think certainly for the next 12 months, they can do Zurich in all of the different times of the year when events are on and where possible, because I'm guessing Zurich is their hometown and they're having to visit Lausanne and Geneva. Geneva looks like another one. And I from what I understand, that is one of the most beautiful places in Europe. If you can spend a weekend there and just record some footage for more buckets of content there, that would be an opportunity as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the channel's doing everything right. They just need, I think, a volume of content to build a catalog for viewers to binge watch at this point.
Mm-hmm.
With 300 subscribers and 40 videos, and all videos are getting a bad video for them is 500 views. I think the channel's in a really good place to continue building.
I think so too.
Same.
But all right, we'll move on to the first gaming channel that's submitted on our gaming form. And today that is Caravan Buttercup, I think.
Oh.
And they have 12,000 subscribers, almost 13, 179 videos. And I did take a look at this to see a couple things because like, wow, that's a lot of subscribers. What's going on? And they have one video here that kind of blew up for them, 1.6 million views.
Wow.
From almost a year ago.
Mm-hmm. And a couple other successes from there. With this one, you can already tell the obvious value is like these vault codes. So this is people who are playing the game, and this is obviously a thing they're going to be looking for in the game, and this video delivers on that. Their newest videos are where things get a little more confusing because I don't really know what's happening in most of these.
Very short titles for some of these.
So they say that they're making Geometry Dash gameplay videos and streams, mostly fun levels or very challenging ones, making content about Geometry Dash. Biggest obstacle is lack of skills, can't find the perfect idea for content. And then they want to focus on videos, especially the most viewed one, shorts and streams. So, I mean, we can focus on the most viewed one.
I would have thought at this point, are we able, if we click into it, Dan, does it have the data of how popular the video is now? It says 118 views per hour. So it's still getting traffic, is that right? Yeah, it looks to be. Yeah. Like it. So it would seem to suggest at the moment that this is bringing in a substantial amount of traffic still. Can there be a revisit of this Vault Codes video? Is there a new update, or is there a new strategy or a plan of attack to I guess, unlock these vault codes? That would be the least path of viewer resistance, if that makes any sense. Like, let's return to this viral moment that's still creating views. Let's do a search. What if you do all vault codes geometry dash, or vault codes geometry dash? I'm wondering. Yeah. So I mean, maybe they're ranking first because we're now looking at the channel.
Looks like they kind of did a similar thumbnail to this one because this one
is
slightly older, and they just kind of took over.
Yeah, they did it, but better.
Talk about getting suggested traffic.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Like these ideas are difficult to come by. Like doing this kind of research, seeing a competitor and going, "I'm going to do my version of it." You can absolutely do that. It's just, it takes a lot of like knowing all the different things in a game that people might be looking for that you can, do your version of. And it's tough. This type of research is tough, and it can be very mentally draining to even like get into it. I've tried to do research like this and been successful, but when you have that success, it's like, oh, it feels great. I did it. And then you're like,
the vaults of secrets.
Keep going.
The chamber.
I want to talk about that too. Where like you get it and you're like, sweet, what do I do next? And then you have to like sit there and brainstorm all over again. And it's like going back to square one. But yeah, let's talk about the video itself, because I think you'll find a couple different patterns here. If we click into this, first you always see this. And now, I muted the tab completely. So it starts with this intro. It lasts 7 seconds. I'd say it's a bit too long, and also unnecessary, just in general. It's not really delivering any kind of extra value.
Everybody, today I am going to show you all the codes for all the vaults in Geometry Dash.
And as far as AI voices go, this is like not the worst thing I've heard, but it is always a little bit like when I'm looking for tutorials on stuff, I often click away from these videos because I just want to hear a person talk. And I know that's like a big ask for folks who typically lean on these types of voices.
As I understand it, I think this is a Vietnamese creator, so English might not be their first language.
True.
Potentially. Yeah. And so again, this might be another opportunity to
there we go.
Cool. So this might be an opportunity to remake the video with a more up-to-date AI voice, which sounds perhaps a little more human. Or if you have like established a more consistent AI voice, that might be something worth revisiting.
Yeah, with the language being different, that makes sense. Let's talk about the latest video then.
A new intro.
It looks like it's a new intro, yeah. Or it's the game. I don't really play Geometry Dash.
I don't know. Wait.
Oh, is it?
No, this is the game.
Oh.
My apologies.
What do we know?
I've used that meme on occasion.
Okay, so no intro then.
Just throwing you straight in. Yeah.
Ditch the intro. I guess that my question would be, is this the formatting of a Geometry Dash title? Because none of this makes sense to me. The string of words together don't really do anything for me at all.
And this is also what you call an off-the-shelf gaming, where it's just the experience. I'm going to play this level, and I'm not necessarily contributing any commentary or anything to it, whereas their viral video was, strictly speaking, an educational piece of content with guides and speech within it. So that's kind of a different audience.
It seems like they really hit a timing. These videos are all 10 months ago, and it looks like that version had just come out.
Yeah, good observation.
Timing is a lot. When you're talking about a new update like that, timing is everything.
But videos are still getting views today. Like 100 views per hour, 30 views per hour. there is still juice in this topic, it looks like.
And I guess if I were to click into any of these channels, my guess is I would see some pretty consistent thumbnails. Like Daily Dose of Geometry Dash seems pretty dedicated, and
maybe not.
It kind of bounces around. Okay, let's try another one. Maybe this is like the thing. Rocky Jones, and we click in. Okay,
a bit more consistency there. Very busy.
A little more consistent. Yeah, I agree. Nexus.
It seems like the style. Even that video that auto-played slightly really just went straight into the level.
Mm-hmm.
This is proving that we know nothing about YouTube, isn't it? Like,
we are so
or at least Geometry Dash.
I'm gonna title this video question mark with a big eyeball on it and get 200,000 views. All right.
I can see why Geometry Dash channels come to us and they're like frustrated because you're looking at the biggest channels on YouTube and trying to do what they're doing, and you're going, "What the heck? How?" I named my video Math like that other person, and I got 1 view, and they got tens of thousands of views. What am I doing? I think it would help to go into some of these channels, and if you're researching, and try and figure out where they started versus where they are now.
Oh my gosh, 9 years ago.
And yes, and Geometry Dash is very old, and so you are kind of battling against that. The game probably is not getting updates like it used to. Still getting updates, just not like it used to. And these channels have been around for a long time. They've kind of established a credibility and a longevity. And now today, when they post videos of just going through the levels, they're not trying as hard with titles and thumbnails, and they're still seeing success because they have like 10 years of experience behind them. And so that's kind of important to remember. Back to the Hero channel. You why is it doing that? You kind of compete against just the folks who have been doing this for so long. If I go to your oldest videos, you have 3 years.
Even their newest thumbnail, though, they're very dark and like almost look like a different game in comparison to the other channels.
Yeah. This doesn't look like Geometry Dash. This doesn't look like Geometry Dash. This does not look like Geometry Dash. None of these look like it.
And we have to think, if like a viewer is looking at them, are they going to immediately recognize that this is what they enjoy watching?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Dan, if you go to the most popular again, I mean, the lowest common denominator is that I'm a new viewer coming into this channel, and the first thumbnail right there, like I get that immediately. Even though I don't play the game, I kind of have an understanding of what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other thumbnails have more confusion and mystery over them. But I again, I understand that apparently in the Geometry Dash space, at least the biggest creators either have something very meta and intentional with their thumbnails that we don't understand, or they just don't really care and they're just going to clip one image from the video and use it because they know the viewers are going to check it out anyway.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say the biggest thing is the recognizability. Like people need to see when they look at it, they recognize it as, oh, that's the thing I like. And some of these thumbnails on the latest tab were not doing that for me.
Are these Hamster Ball Gold? Is that a different game?
I think it's a different game.
Are 2 of their 3 top performers a different game that they discontinued?
Yeah,
I was going to ask about this too.
They're older than the Geometry Dash one, though.
Yeah,
but are those still pulling in views?
Could be a little old. Let's see, a lot of playlists surfacing at the top here, which is usually a sign that the game is pretty old and not as popular
15
today.
years ago. Wow.
7 years. Wow.
I guess my thing would be, I would be, if you're willing to play other games, I would be trying to figure out what are the Geometry Dashes of today. You know, not that Geometry Dash isn't popular like it is, but you might want to get on something a bit newer that is having a little more consistency with updates. The community is a bit more active, and you can find this by like going to the different Discords and subreddits for different games you're interested in. And I do think there's a lot of games in this kind of genre where it's, I don't know, similar to Geometry Dash, where you're trying to get through a very puzzling course. And it's challenging, and people are watching to see how many times you fail, how fast you can complete a run. But I will admit it's a bit tough because I don't follow this space, and that does give me a bit of a blind spot.
I know what the Geometry Dash is of today, Dan. It's Geometry Dash 2.
Is that a thing? Is that a real
Did you
game?
just make that up?
The sequel.
It's like Marble Madness from NES days. It's funny because it's like 15 years old. So
That's weird. I was randomly watching a speed run of Marble Madness. It just came up on my feed a couple of days ago.
That's random.
There's coincidence for you. YouTube is a
Maybe
it's a
they were
small
also
world.
watching it.
Yeah, maybe.
So I wouldn't normally tell a gaming channel to pivot away from the game they're playing, but I would like to see you maybe every 5 videos test another game that you're interested in, and do the same research you did for this video. You tapped into something here. Can you do that again with another game? And then suddenly you'll have a video with hundreds of thousands or a million views again, and you'll be bringing in a lot of new viewers interested in that specific game, and you can hopefully jump on that, similar to how the Geometry Dash channels of 10, 15 years ago jumped on Geometry Dash when it got popular. But yeah, that is the hamster wheel of YouTube. I wish you luck. All right. We just talked about games, and I know Rob is itching to talk about games himself now.
Oh, am I?
Don't
am
do it.
I? I haven't got the I haven't got the right. Are
You
you
don't
ready,
have to do
Jen?
it. No, don't do it.
You ready, Jen?
Do
I
it.
thought you were going to
Do it.
You don't have to do this.
Go.
Well,
Wait,
I
what?
need some of the audio.
Button mashing hearts collide. In this corner we take the ride. From 8-bit lands to the galaxy far. Rob's gaming corner is the brightest star.
Did you mute me for that?
No, so,
Did you mute me for that?
Jen, I'm gonna right. What happened here is it says I cannot unmute you because the guest chose to mute their audio. So it was nothing to do with me.
Okay.
You can
And
try it
after
again
a
if you
week
want.
off, the words came right back to me.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Have you been spending a week playing video games, Jenny? If that's the case, what have you been
I
playing?
have not, but I did see a girl on the plane yesterday. She brought her Switch and she played Mario Kart for 4 hours straight.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, did she have that plugged that into the men's? to do
She
that?
was so dedicated. It was so funny. And the guy that was sitting next to her was just like staring and like asking her questions. And like, she didn't have like I was like, why didn't you have a second Joy-Con for him to play with you? But I have not played any games. I didn't bring my Switch. So I've been
wow.
kind of lame. I know.
Everybody tell us what you've been doing to unwind from YouTube, as you should
Indeed.
be. Is it games? Is it hiking? Is it something else?
My answer
Robert?
was not watching YouTube.
Not watching YouTube is a really good way to unwind from YouTube. I have a
That
whole
was
rant.
my answer.
I have a whole rant loaded up for that.
Oh boy.
I concur with that. I am now in the final stages of Hollow Knight Silk Song. It has been an epic adventure. I don't think I'm spoiling it if I say I've managed to reach Act 3, because most people will complete the game and think they've done it, but it's an unsatisfactory ending. But you've got to do a ton of stuff to get to Act 3. So I feel as if people would have to search guides in order to understand how to do that. But man, it is tough now. Dan, do you ever get to where you kind of finish the main game and you're trying to do the rest of it, and then you just hit bits where you think, nah, this it's not enjoyable anymore. I might check out at this point.
Oh, that's happened for sure. But usually, if the credits in a game roll, it's very rare for me to continue.
Oh, really?
Because credits are just the thing. They've always been the definitive ending for me, And so I rolled credits on Donkey Kong Bonanza this weekend, and I'm like, okay, well, cool.
Pause, everyone.
It's too quiet.
It's not very loud, is it? Why is that?
So it's fun, and there's so much more to do. Like, I have plenty bananas to get still, and there's like another ending, I guess, if you 100% the game, which I don't normally do. And I don't know. I'm just kind of ready to move on to other games.
Isn't it just really fun to keep playing it though?
It is. But there's so many things out now. Like in October, we get Pokemon Legends ZA, and so that's going to take over my whole life. I bought the Mario Galaxy games that were way overpriced. There's just all kinds of stuff going on. So when am I going to, But I think I'll chip away at it. It was definitely a fun play.
You did. I remember Danny told me a couple of weeks ago to hold fire, don't sell, because the DLC has just been announced or released. I researched it, and apparently it's not that much, and it's $20, which is outrageous.
When I saw that in the direct, and then I messaged you. I didn't know anything about it, so I'm glad you researched it. I haven't gotten it. I don't know if I will. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. So hopefully you've been taking breaks from YouTube. It's very important because recharging your creative battery helps you make more videos, even if it doesn't feel like it's going to. I promise you, it will. But all right, we can take a look at more channels after we do some super chats. We got some super chats. Thank you for your super chats and memberships. We will try to answer your questions. We will not be reviewing channels submitted through super chats, so save your money. But if you want to throw some money at someone helping you with your channel, we have coaching and all kinds of stuff. Link is down below. Khalil, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate you. Living Alaska, good morning to you. This wasn't a super chat. This was just, I guess, a starred message.
Morning.
RC Moore says, I've noticed that YouTube is advertising one of my shorts that I have no control over. People are swiping away more than watching. Is that hurting me? Probably not helping.
Wow. They can turn that off, though.
Yeah.
You have to manually select. So you can advertise anybody's videos that you want, unless they have that feature turned off on their channel.
I can try to find it, but I'm not going to pull anything up until I just bet that I can show this on the screen.
I'm trying to do it in the background as well, Dan. So if you want to carry on with the next one.
It's a sneaky little button.
What? Yeah, it is kind of sneaky. Advanced settings.
Is it individual videos or is it channel settings?
The whole channel.
Whole channel.
Right, okay.
Okay, here it is. I found it. I think I can share this. I had to scroll to a certain part, and I don't think there's anything on the screen that I can't share. So you want to go to, in your YouTube Studio dashboard on desktop, go to settings, the settings below, and then go to channel and advanced settings, and you need to toggle only let linked accounts use this channel's videos as ads. This is a bit annoying because I think this is off by default, but I could be wrong about that. You do not want people doing that if you're just a regular old YouTuber. If you have, like, we are a brand account with like a whole product, and we do run ads for that product, and it's a whole mess. So this is probably unchecked for us on purpose, but this is not typical. I would absolutely have this box checked 1000%.
I'm curious if the RC and more know why it's being used for advertising. It's because reviewing remote control cars, maybe, and the owner has thought, hey, this is a really good review. I think this is worth using it as advertising. I mean, maybe through some back channels, try and contact the advertiser, see if you can set up, like, I don't know, an affiliate deal or like some business opportunity.
Yeah.
Although, is there a way to find out who's using your videos?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
One of my close friends, they had a video that was advertised, and they ended up getting like 10,000 views from it, from just advertising. And that's honestly the only reason I know that exists, but they didn't have any information at that time. It just showed up as the traffic being advertised.
Yeah, I was just pulling up their channel in the background. I don't see anything that's too obvious. I don't see a video with like 1 billion views on it versus other content. You know what I mean? So because you are literally reviewing, or at least digging into different products, it is very likely Traxxas or somebody in that realm saw the video, liked it, and is advertising on it. And I would be reaching out to these brands. Yeah. And turn that feature off, and then reach out to these brands and be like, hey, I want to work with you. And, you know, who knows, maybe even find the person who did it and be like, well, you can give me that money and then send me products and I will review your cars. Which they would get more value from, honestly.
Oh, does it apply to shorts? Because you can do a lot of funky things with shorts. Like you can clip people's shorts to use them on your own channel. Which
I don't have any experience with this in the shorts world.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. It's very interesting, though. Thank you for kind of...
Let me go try to advertise one of my friend's shorts real quick.
Let's go sabotage someone's channel, shall we?
Yeah. Thanks for pointing this out, though. We never really get to talk about that specific feature. This is why I like digging into super chats a bit. Adopt Me Zoe gave us $1. Thank you so much. Stuff by Neil Smith says, when is Jen going back on the podcast? Oh, she quit that. You didn't hear?
Maybe something new is in the works. How about that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tease.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Neil. And then we have Jeep Psychology 101. Regular here. Thank you. Views are down. Watch time is down, but subscribers are up. I'm confused. Any possible explanation? Shorts? Could have had a short pop off. I could definitely boost subscribers.
Maybe it was a very like dedicated video to the audience, like just a super niche content where people were very into it, but less people were overall interested, but people who found it were immediately interested. So they subscribed more and obviously watched more, but just less reachable. That's my guess with no other information.
I'd go into a video that maybe a video you're suspicious that got you like a lot of new people. Go into audience and see, did this video indeed have like an abundance of new viewers? Because that can explain quite a bit, I think, if you did something that attracted a lot of new viewers.
Should we also show people where they can look at the subscription source for the entire channel and see where subs are coming from? So if we go to...
You're testing me right now.
Analytics overview. So yeah, and then more advanced mode, whatever.
Wait, that says watch time is down. I read that wrong.
And then
watch time is down, subscribers are up.
This is where I get a little lost now because I can't remember where everything is. Is it breakdown? And then if you just type in sub,
like here?
No. So breakdown, and then type sub.
Subscription
source. Yeah, so that might be able to give you an indication of where that subscription source has spiked in terms of it's going up. You might have to click into these. Like if you click onto YouTube watch page, it'll tell you exactly which videos are bringing in the subscribers. But that should at least give you the raw data on why subs are up if everything else is down.
Yeah.
There's also that question about views coming from computers kind of being messed up with ad blockers. That might be a reason as well. But does that explain why watch time is down? I don't know.
We're also confused.
Another thing it could be is Jeep Psychology. Maybe it's a summer centric channel with everybody going outdoors and traveling a little bit in their Jeeps. And now we're getting into September. Maybe less people are traveling at this time of year. So it could be one of those seasonal answers that YouTube likes to give when we can't think of a better answer, basically. Seasonal. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's fine.
There you go.
You're just panicking for
just
nothing.
YouTube. There you go.
Hopefully, checking those analytics will be helpful to you. Karu Van Buttercup is back. I don't know if there's any Vietnamese YouTuber got reviewed prior to me, but thank you for reviewing my channel. Gotta say, GD is awesome. Hey, thank you.
Oh,
Geometry Dash. Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you so much for the super chat, and we hope we were helpful to you. Good luck. WA Gaming, member for 26 months.
Nice.
And Leo gave us €2 and said, hope you're all doing well. Thanks for the stream. Thank you.
Thanks, Leo.
Thanks for dropping in.
Didn't I remember? I seem to remember I said like they had the best thumbnails I've ever seen, or the best thumbnails of 2025, because they were a music software program. If I remember rightly. Let me know in the chat if that's right.
You'll have to
Otherwise, I forgot your channel. Sorry.
Okay, so we have one more pre-selected channel before we get into randoms today. And we have a couple more things to do as well. We might be able to do some more super chats, but just be aware that we did our big round of super chats already. So that could mean if you send one, it might not get picked on the screen. Okay, so Rob, you sent us a channel today.
I did.
It is Czar Tech Lab. I'm not sure how to say this.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I think that sounds good.
They have 3 videos starting 3 months ago, posting once a month basically, and their form.
Their description is so funny.
This one? Retro.
Their description on their channel, and they called themselves a modern dinosaur.
Oh. So they said the goal of their channel is to explore this.
Maybe they pressed enter by accident and it just removed explore all PCs or something like that.
Probably, yeah. biggest YouTube obstacle is regular uploads of my ideas. And then what part of your channel you want us to focus on? Exploring old tech, upgrade, reuse from 8-bit through Pentium era to modern tech. So
Pentium.
that sounds like what you're focusing on. What what do you want us to look at? So 3 videos, and then for shorts, a few more shorts, but not anything.
Nice bit of traction on the last couple there. Couple of 1,000 views. It's nice to see.
Mm-hmm. So, Rob, you picked.
So yeah, welcome to YouTube. I appreciate your consistency in the sense that you're going to do at least 1 video a month. You're already using custom thumbnails. I think you're trying to write tempting or intriguing emails. How to revive an old laptop. All right, you have narrowed it down to a specific laptop, and maybe that causes some issues with the total addressable market. Maybe a better way to pitch this would be how to revive a 15-year-old laptop and still be able to sell it. That feels like it has a broader reach. You can still talk about the Asus N35S, but I think once you talk about a very specific product, then you might be losing a significant amount of the audience. Is replacing PC fans and thermal paste still worth it in 2025? I think that's a question some, I guess, PC enthusiasts might be wondering. And what was it? The transforming my PC desktop twice in 1 year. Does that feel a bit too niche, that one?
I feel like videos like this could do well. It's just this part right here. Like if we were to type this into,
is it worth replacing my PC setup twice a year?
I do see this a lot in shorts, and these are really satisfying to watch.
This is my desk. It's made with IKEA.
And like people will show their old setup, and then I'll mute it. They'll show their new setup. But yeah, I was thinking your thumbnail should look more like this.
I was going to say, I feel like the packaging is very clunky. The idea is there, but the title and thumbnail, maybe not there quite yet.
Yeah. I think you went a little bit overboard with the title on this one, personally.
Yeah.
And then the thumbnail probably is just too much.
Yeah, we can't see like really the depth. I can't really see anything, to be honest, from this view. Like there's nothing clear that pops out.
Yeah, I think I was skipping to the end to see like the transformation, but I'm seeing like, oh, there we go. Okay, wait. So did you ever do a showcase of, this is a very short video.
It is,
did we spend enough time with the new setup, or did you kind of skip, I feel like this video could be longer. Okay.
Have we got any commentary here, Dan, or is it music?
I believe there's commentary.
Stable, but after about a year, it wasn't enough.
Okay.
Feels like they should try and clip this down into a short and see what happens.
I think you could do this as a short, and I also think you could have, instead of doing a lot of time lapsing, I would have done a longer video. Okay, yeah, no, there's more time lapse. Oh, there's you. they're watching comedians and vidIQ.
The way that you caught that is so funny.
Sorry, what did you notice there, Dan?
Look at the screen. Let me back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me back up.
Oh, yeah, I saw myself. Yeah, there we are. Wait, hang on. That just makes me feel as if you're like, people are not really paying attention to our stuff. We just have it running in the background.
We are second monitor.
We're supposed to have 100% attention. Please. In fact,
we need you to look at the screen, okay?
Zartech Lab, are you currently redecorating your office again while watching or just like casually listening to this live stream? Because that's
oh my God.
That's harsh.
That's funny.
I feel hurt. I really do.
I really don't honored.
I don't see this channel doing anything egregiously wrong. I think they just need more videos.
I think they need more practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is their third thumbnail?
We identified
third one.
We identified two things there. Like the most recent video is too busy in terms of the packaging, both a thumbnail and a title. And then the first one was that it was a bit too specific in like trying to revive a very particular laptop. It should be more broad base. Like, can you revive a ancient laptop
Mhm.
and then be able to sell it, or something along those lines?
One whole
Get
screen.
one screen.
If I had 7 screens, I would. I don't
Please.
know how I'd use them all. I don't
I
think
want
that
Rob on 7 screens. I want to see a
Please.
picture
Yeah.
of that.
Yes,
if you have 7 screens, you should have one of each of our videos on each one. Like
absolutely.
Jen should have a screen. I should have a screen. Rob should have a screen.
Come on.
So when I saw this laptop one, I thought of some of the videos I have been watching where people refurbish old things like laptops or game consoles. And I thought, what if you went on eBay and bought like a lot of like 10 broken laptops to see if you could fix them? I don't know if you want to do those types of videos, but that's always fun to watch for me.
Can we do a search for just that first bit of a title, how to revive an old laptop? I'm wondering what type of results we're going to get, because I'm noticing all of the videos are quite short as well now. I know I've made it really hard for you to do that, haven't I? Just to copy one bit of the
whole laptop.
What are you searching for, Dan?
How to revive a whole laptop.
And it's how to revive an old laptop.
Oh, yeah.
How?
There's some shorts. How to revive an old, slow laptop with this guy with the thumbs up. So
You know what I like that the creator did, though? They put a price on it.
Yeah.
They had a transformation of prices. I think it was 50 to like 150 euros.
Wait, where?
And that was awesome on their original thumbnail.
Our hero channel.
Yeah.
Like that, how much it costs to be able to do that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So that's a step ahead, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's like an amazing strategy that they did right away.
But should we still look at how you should revive an old laptop?
How?
Okay.
So I think this is a good base example. If you just scroll back up a little bit, this dude with a thumbs up, they're using like a range of laptops in the background. That kind of gives you the immediate association with it. And the video is about 8 minutes long. That feels like more of a video that I'm going to get some value from, rather than the 4-minute video. That feels a bit too short for this topic. But I might be wrong about this. I think that's worth testing the various video lengths.
Wait, scroll down a little bit. There was an awesome title that caught my attention.
Yeah, let's have a look. Which one?
Keep going. 4 ways to use
old, I like that.
Whole laptops every day. They could put in parentheses, whole laptops.
Yeah, this is a good one too. I was talking to a friend about like setting up like a media server, and I'm like, yeah, if you got an old laptop, like that'd be a great. Like, I do have an old laptop, so
this is such a great example on how to use like text on a thumbnail to complement the title, because they're both awesome pieces of information that don't repeat each other.
And when you look at a title and the potential audience, like all 3 of us here probably have a laptop that is 5-10 years old and we don't use anymore. Like, it could potentially apply to all of us, rather than going back to the hero channel, trying to revive that Asus N35S, like a very specific laptop.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to pitch that in the packaging. Sure, it can be about a specific laptop into the content, but you want to keep the concept of reviving an old laptop, not this particular laptop.
Yeah. So yeah, I think what we're tapping into there is just the idea of like, who is the audience for that kind of video, and it is the regular person who has old tech. Like, the new Google Pixel came out and the new iPhone came out, and now I'm sure you've noticed, if you have the previous version, your phone's starting to show some signs of aging, and that's kind of weird. And that's because these companies are encouraging us to upgrade our products every single year. So there's a lot of old stuff that people have lying around, and that could be such a large audience that could, watch your content and be like, yeah, what do I do with all this old stuff that still has life in it? But there we go.
I mean, it's also kind of crazy that this channel has any views at all. I just want to say that. Like, there's 3 whole videos and 9 subscribers, and they have like 15 views on a video. Like, that's still pretty impressive.
I think if they tweak their thumbnails, like just kind of upgrade that skill set a little bit, and maybe rethink their titles a little bit, they're really close.
They are close. It's such a good starting point. But it's such a starting point. Like, 3 videos. It's still pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And congrats on the shorts. I know we haven't looked at the shorts, but they're testing different formats as well, and a bit of traction there on the most recent ones. I mean, they seem to enjoy their time lapses And that fits perfectly into the shorts environment of content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a nice clean angle. Like it's a pretty solid short.
I always like when people throw a package on the desk. That's always like such a good hook if you're doing a video like this. Is just the first frame is something to be rudely just tossed onto a floor or desk. All right, so those were our pre-selected channels today. Before we move on to random selections, if you'll indulge me for a minute, I need to pull something up in the background while Rob tells you a story.
Oh, tell us a story, Rob. Tell us
I
about.
once met a man on the internet who told me they were going to indulge themselves. I decided to just step away and let them do that until they finished indulging themselves.
Okay. And I have. That was perfect. So I just wanted to announce that we have this channel. If you saw this channel and you're like, an imposter vidIQ channel. No, this is ours. It's called vidIQ Tutorials. And this channel is specifically for demonstrations of the vidIQ tools themselves. So if you have our tools and you've been looking through our channel and getting frustrated because you're like, do they ever talk about how to use this thing that I just downloaded? We do, but sometimes it's kind of hard to find because we talk about a lot of stuff. So we have spun off a new channel and we didn't really talk about it, and it's actually doing pretty well. We were kind of surprised.
Dan, look at that.
Yeah, when it comes to
leading the way.
When it comes to our newer channels, I just have this way of getting people to watch. I don't know what it is.
Pulling in the traffic right away.
So yeah, we did a video on our thumbnail preview tool, and then YouTube ideas with the remix tool, and then our thumbnail maker. And that's just a few things. We got a whole bunch more in the pipeline. There's gonna be a lot of different faces on this channel. There's gonna be different people who work at and with vidIQ, kind of going over demonstrations. These are very, straightforward product demonstrations. So if you've been looking for that, if you've downloaded our tools and you're looking to learn more about our favorite ones and, how we can use them, because I tried it in my video, give some tips about how you can use it to get some more views and things like that. There's a little bit of that in there, but for the most part, this is a channel for you if you were trying to learn how to use our stuff. So there you go. We'll be uploading this frequently.
And can we just give a huge props and shout out to Joe for the most amazing temporary channel banner that he set up during this? I mean, look at that. That is just a masterpiece. Well done.
It must
Joe.
stay. It must
Who
remain.
you are.
The tiny little vidIQ. I love it.
More importantly, Dan, if you just click on one of these videos, we have been testing out a little bit the collaboration tool that you can see. So if you click on that now, we have collaborating with ourselves, and it feels like it's helped boost this channel a little bit at the moment. And we're probably going to do some more tests and maybe a video about if collaborations are something that small channels can benefit from. And I'm trying to remember, can people hype the videos here? Or no, we need to have 500 subscribers. We're not there yet, are we?
Yeah, and then they could. Yeah. So feel free to hype them when we hit 500.
Hype when you can, yeah.
Yeah. And so this is not like a call for you to go subscribe or anything like that. It's specifically if you were looking for tutorials about our tools. But we have a lot of tools. We have so many tools that I couldn't list. I would be here. The stream would be twice as long if I tried to list them all. So we are going to fill this thing up with tutorials about our tools and updates. So stay tuned. And now we can look at your channels. Again, you've been submitting on the forums. Looks like we have 266 responses on the non-gaming form and 197 responses on the gaming form. We do separate these because there's just this many gaming channels and we pretty much only look at gaming channels otherwise. So I have this fancy little tool here called the random number picker.
It's
random number picker, which now I don't know what it said. It was either 230 or 250. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna click.
Isn't it interesting how that works, Dan?
Yeah, it didn't work again.
It did.
Funny.
You distracted me. I was about to type in the number.
Whatever.
All right. We're looking at Rusty Mike's channel. Okay. I know you're mad about the claw, but you got to be nice to Rusty Mike. The goal of the channel is to showcase interesting tool history through my library of vintage tool catalogs in a way that attracts a broad audience and serves as evergreen content. Their biggest obstacle is a new niche, vintage tool catalogs, and not overly exciting or eye-catching content, hard to break through to a broader audience. And then they want us to focus on the hook effectiveness, improving viewer retention, and growth strategy for a new niche. We're gonna have to have a talk about the words new niche. I had an outlier video 5 videos ago, but otherwise seeing low views. I think whenever you feel as though you're in a new niche, that is like code for you feel like you're reinventing the wheel a little bit. And I'm really hoping we get into this and kind of see what you're talking about and maybe help steer you a little bit.
I love that this channel is already high functioning in a strategy sense, like they're thinking about the right questions to ask and the solutions they need to start growing their channel. It's not just about, I want more views to get monetized. It's like, I'm thinking about how to make this fairly small niche or topic more accessible to a broader audience, which is always generally possible. Can we figure it out in the next 5 minutes?
Yeah. So, okay, now that I see what you're saying, now that I'm looking at the thumbnails, which are very good, by the way, this is literally catalogs of tools, and the catalogs happen to be old. So,
all right,
this is interesting, definitely. I don't use a lot of tools. My hands are very soft. So I think I would not watch this content. But what? You're distracting me when I'm trying to give advice.
Another classic live stream moment there for everybody.
Didn't realize everyone here was such a gearhead.
Soft gaming hands.
I definitely need to incorporate this into next week's Self-Indulgent Gaming Corner AI generated video. Dan's tiny head and his soft
just pillows.
Just how am I going to prompt that? Dan has a miniature head and fingers for pillows, and he's playing
fingers for pillows.
I don't know, pillows for fingers.
It's going to be so good next week. Everybody has something to look forward to now.
The image in my head is now I'm sleeping on a pile of fingers every night. Anyway, I'm not the kind of person who would probably watch this content, but I think the people who would watch this content are people who use tools in their everyday life. And that could be a lot of different types of people who fix cars, people who work on houses, people who work on different tech like computers and things like that. But this is like specifically craftsman tools. It's probably going to be more of those like, wrenches and stuff like that.
So just to try and get an understanding, this might be a garage, and they have a catalog where they'd be able to order parts in to repair vehicles and stuff. Is that my understanding? And they're kind of just showing, I mean, for want of a better type of description, it's stamp collecting for garage owners. And I say that like purely an objective, that's cool. If people have an interest in it, nothing wrong with it type of description.
I'm curious what the content itself is.
Yeah. By the way, there's a couple of videos that just completely popped off here.
Yeah. Proof of concepts, isn't there? There's some that have got 20,000 views.
For 100 years, this company was Snap-on's toughest competitor.
I say watch that one. Let's find out.
I was going to say, I think this is not that hard of a problem to solve. Your niche is like tools, not tool catalogs. You just happen to be, that's the subcategory. And this is exactly the kind of video I wanted to recommend. Is like, what if you focused on the contents of the catalog rather than the fact that it's just an old catalog, and you're doing that?
This packaging reminds me of some documentary videos I've seen about the biro, how like it's not changed in 70 years, the design of it. And it's and the impact it had on the world, like it increased literacy and numeracy by like percentage points, substantial percentage points. And like this kind of feels the same way. This company Snap-on's was Snap-on's toughest competitor, and there's an intrigue there, isn't it? It makes me want to click and find out, certainly within the range of thumbnails that we see here. That's too long. I mean, I want to get straight into it.
Yeah, 5 seconds, a little too long. And you're already like pushing the actual catalog onto the screen.
Snap-on ruled
I think you don't need that.
the world. Another company forged the tools of American industry. This was J.H. Williams, the titan they eventually had to buy.
The story of J.H. Williams begins and ends with the wrench. While other great companies like Stanley were mastering the world of wood, Williams dedicated themselves to the brutal, unforgiving world of iron.
What do we think?
This is interesting. It's a history lesson just
Yeah.
through the visual of an old book.
We're pretty certain that voice is not their own.
It sounds to me
Certain.
like it's AI, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So with that thought in mind, is the worry here that you'll get these occasional viral moments that pop off, but you're not perhaps going to be able to build that connection and that authenticity with the audience because it feels maybe like too sterile,
Mhm.
too properly scripted, too properly presented. Do you see where I'm coming from
Yeah.
there? Or
Not
am I-
arguing it.
Yeah.
I think it is a very interesting concept, but I do.
That's a good point too. Serverlight's not wrong. I don't know if this
Well
person has a
played.
wrench.
Played.
This poor channel just never gonna get a review.
I was going to say something too, and I distracted myself. I really feel like this content, like when I started to get a sense of what you were doing, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if someone did a video essay on this topic, you know, and you could be that person because your dialogue in this beginning says that Snap-on eventually had to buy this competitor. And I feel like there's a story there that if you did a little more research, you could really dig into. And this catalog could still make many, many appearances throughout that kind of video. But I really would connect more if it was a person talking about something they were really passionate about. And whether you're on camera or it is just hands with a you know, flipping through a catalog, I feel like Rob's kind of saying, like, I'm missing that like connection to you, but you obviously have something to say. And I would love it if this expanded even more into like that kind of content.
If you have a passion for these catalogs, you would really hear it and feel it if you were talking about yourself. The other thing I want to know, Dan, is can you just continue to play this at double speed muted in the background? Because another thing I might have a little concern about is if there's a bit of a disconnect between the flipping through the pages and the commentary. Because are we actually going to focus on any visuals or like a particular paragraph here? Or are you just basically showing, you're just going to show us this catalog while telling a story about the company at large?
I want to see like the prices of stuff, you know, and like the counterparts of today. Like this is what this thing costs today, but look at what it cost back then and in the year, whenever this catalog came out. And oh, they were running a sale on it. You could have gotten it for this cheap, you know, and then equivalent of today's dollars, what it costs.
So just unmute it for a second.
24-inch handle and sockets the size of a fist. And that industrial focus is what truly separated Williams from Snap-on in this era.
So yeah, I don't think there's any direct connection to the pages and the images and the text versus the story that's being told. And again, I kind of worried that there might be a little bit of a disconnect there for the viewer.
Yeah. But I guess I appreciate that what we're saying is like, hey, do a lot more in these videos.
Yeah.
We're kind of giving you a lot of homework here.
Yeah, the way this is filmed at the moment is like you could probably do this in a couple of hours, right? You film yourself flipping through the pages.
You generate the VO.
There's probably some AI assistance in the script and then the voiceover as well. And that can be like a 2-3 hour job. Yeah. Whereas what we're suggesting is a filming session that's probably going to require you to do quite a bit of editing, get good or confident, not in front of camera, but as a narrator. But that's potentially what's going to make this a more accessible channel to an audience and more connection in the long term. What's the channel size again?
250 subscribers.
Okay, so like the view counts on the regular videos, and if we're excluding outliers, they're in the hundreds, which I think is promising.
Mhm.
And you've got to think there is a handful of people doing this on YouTube right now. If that, this could be a unique niche of one. How would we even search for competitors here?
It looks like Snap-on is getting the majority of the interest.
Do you want to do vintage tool catalogs? Try that, and then maybe what would you search for? Snap-on catalog.
Yeah, Rusty Mike is
Snap-on
dominating on
products.
shorts.
And he's doing it in shorts as well. Cool.
It's 1936 Snap-on Blue Point catalog vintage. Yeah.
He's kind of already earning the space.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. I think like your niche is more here where it's about the big toolboxes and tool sets and stuff, but you are telling stories. And I really think people would resonate more. Like right now they're taking a lot of shots and once in a while things pay off.
Well,
But if they were putting more of themselves into the content and making the videos a little bit longer and deep diving more, I think they would have more hits.
I think you would look more for like vintage, like history, like the history of Snap-on or something like that. I think the visual is a unique component, but the history itself is potentially there.
So there's a video there with 50,000 views. So the ceiling might be like tens of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an interesting visual they're adding to it with the history, the vintage feel.
The decline of the great American tool brands. 1 million views. I mean, obviously there's an attachment there with a larger channel, but that might be an interesting way to pitch it. The rise and fall of America, one of America's great companies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was kind of in the title. It was Snap-on's competitor.
Mm.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of directions you can go if you were to start thinking in those terms. And I think people would appreciate that you have extra to show them because you have these like this collection of vintage catalogs.
And they look like they were in pristine condition as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think they just have to keep in mind with the AI voice, some people are going to click on and be fine with it. And some people are going to click on and immediately click off because of it.
Yeah.
And that's just, I think, realistically a chance you take when you use something like that. So it's something for them to think about. Obviously, we push for them to use their real voice, but
yeah,
it could be for some people. It could not be for everybody.
Interesting channel.
I was going to just say they were doing some shorts, Dan.
Yeah.
I was just curious if they were having any breakthroughs there. I think the channel was 135, by the way, if you missed the number.
I found this 90-year-old Plum tool catalog from the 1930s.
Again, if it was a human voice.
I think this works. I think this works as a short, though.
Yeah.
I agree. But this is not about the history. This is about these are different pieces of content at this point.
Yes. Yeah. I love the hook. I just wish it was a human voice. I would have swiped away.
I think it's more. I think it can be more forgiving in shorts, so Dan. But
probably
we're already halfway through this short. Can we just split the whole thing?
The flea market for $1. As you can see, it was in pretty rough shape. Would you have bought it? I found.
I feel as if there's more. We can do more for that.
Yeah.
shot.
That wasn't that interesting. I thought they were going to show something interesting in it.
Yeah, yeah. Just show us like one interesting thing about it.
Yeah. Just
how much a certain tool cost in what 1935 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, why do we care you bought that for $1?
This was the inserts essential tool from 2025, but 1930. Like this was the essential wrench of 1935 or whatever.
Yeah, tell us how people used to get these. Were they just shoved in mailboxes? Were they,
like who is Louis Wiener?
Yeah,
like, tell us who he.
Answers in the chats, please, right now. Right now, I want to see the answer to some of these.
I will turn this live around.
H. Wiener. Who are they? Also, the production values are quite high as well. Like the lighting here is excellent. The little zoom in on the batter pieces of paper, that was all cool as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you there's some cool stuff in there, and it would have been cool to see more. So,
hand forged quality.
I feel like what you're doing works really well for shorts. I feel like your long forms could be more of the stuff we talked about. Just dive deeper, you know?
Agreed.
All right. So yeah, gaming channel 135. All right. So they want to build a community, make enjoyable content. Their biggest obstacle is gaining 1,000 subscribers in their last channel presentation.
I have no idea if that's true or not. I'm just putting it up there.
Don't know if that's accurate.
No, all right, if you say so.
What part of the channel you want us to focus on? Editing to see what I have to improve on. Okay.
Okay.
I just realized too that we had to do memes today. So
we can take a break from memes this week.
Oh,
I would say let's take a break because I've got to be honest, I completely forgot to do the memes of the week video last week.
Oops.
And I think Alex's memes are lost in the history of time because I can't find them on a Discord channel. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, let's take a break from memes of the week this week and we'll come back on fire next week.
Sorry, Tori. I asked Tori to set up the channel.
Whoops.
Your memes can be about how we didn't do memes of the week. All right.
Yeah. Let's do that.
And if Soft Hand Dan happens to make it into it, wow.
Or Lewis H. Wiener, one of the two.
Or Lewis H. Wiener.
We're cooking.
One or the other. All right. Enderin. Thank you for submitting.
Those two cannot compliment each other. No way.
They have 695 subscribers, 63 videos. They're playing Minecraft. Subscribe or I'll quick drop you. Okay, I know you're trying to be funny, but I literally would not put something like this in a channel banner just because YouTube's community guidelines are pretty strict. YouTube, especially lately, not the best sense of humor around there. I wouldn't put stuff like that in your channel banner, like literal threats, but that's just
literal threats.
Ends have them cut off. Let's just talk about formatting.
Maybe that's why they're not in trouble because the bots haven't got you yet. They can't read it. But all right, I see some personality there. It's fun. They're doing Minecraft SMP content. What did their forums say again? I've been very distracted today.
Editing, I think it was.
Editing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a look at the latest video from 1 month ago.
Okay.
I would get rid of that. How long is it? How I obtained the strongest weapon. Way too long. Okay, so 15 seconds later, the video starts.
This is the flame SMP.
And I am sped up. Let me slow it down again. Normal.
You don't know what the flame SMP is? Well, this is an anarchy server with a twist.
I would have started the video with, this is an anarchy server with a twist. And the video starts now at 26 seconds is like my advice. But first, that's my first piece of advice. Second piece of advice, I can barely hear you. I think you're talking just very quiet. And also, there's not anything happening. Like your character is standing in the middle of a very quiet street on an anarchy server. And I'm not seeing the anarchy. I want to see stuff blowing up. I want to see people screaming and throwing arrows at each other. I want to see just utter chaos. Not literally, probably kind of hard to film in that environment. But the standing there just talking is we got to see a little bit more movement, I think.
It's like the lifesteal SMP, where you kill a player and steal their heart. However, the flame SMP has a special ore that's essential to craft a heart. The crystal fragment has many forms. It can be used to create a crystal core, which gives regeneration 3 for 5 seconds.
Well, now we have some B-roll.
Mm-hmm.
We have some. This is getting better.
To add another heart to your player, and it can create a revive beacon, which can revive a player that lost all their hearts. Now that you know the basics of how this server works, let me tell you how I conquered the server.
So pause there, Dan. I think just like you were kind of intimating there, like we can tighten things up a lot. And I think especially for the audience who's watching your content, which is probably a younger demographic, they're wanting something with a bit more pace to it. So like just general advice here would be This 14-minute video, I reckon you could probably edit / make this into a 6 to 8 minute video, still have all the important components of it, and be a more satisfying watch for the audience. That's going to take time, but I'm not expecting you to do it for the next video, but like maybe think about, especially for the first minute, how can I remove unnecessary bits? How can I jump into the action more? Like it could almost be like putting your script through ChatGPT or like vidIQ's AI coach and saying, make this script half as long as it currently is, to just get it down to the core essentials of what needs to be communicated.
Yeah, that's definitely necessary here, I think. Even just the intro could have been edited so much more tightly. I do think on a more zoomed out scale here, when you are trying to reach a broad audience on YouTube, talking about things like Flame SMP, which I mean might have a community, but when you make that the front and center piece of the content, you are literally only hoping for people in the Flame SMP to be interested in the content. You know what I mean? SMPs are very common, and I think you can get into what it is in the video, but I think you should be, talking more in the title about how you dominated this an SMP server, not like this specific one, and then it becomes more relatable to other people who are playing on their own servers around the Minecraft community. And I also think if you're going to do any kind of video like this, when you have to take 1 whole minute to explain the premise of what you're doing, you're in already like a losing battle. I think the premise of what you're doing has to be so clear from the beginning to end, like the title and the thumbnail to the hook of the video and all throughout. And I know there are creators out there who have more complex challenges that they do, but you notice with their titles and thumbnails, they are still very welcoming. They still like, you kind of get the sense of what they're doing. They're going to play Minecraft in hardcore mode. And maybe when you get into the video, they have their own set of rules as to like, what is hardcore mode for them, and they can kind of explain this to you slowly over time. So they dip you into this more complex scenario after you've already kind of committed to watching the video. But for me, this is like such a long commitment of like watching for a minute just to know what's happening. And then I have to be hopefully on board enough to see the story that you're trying to tell. I like that you're telling a story, but it's over explained to the point where as a new viewer, I'm feeling like, gosh, there's like 2 whole SMPs they're talking about, and there's all kinds of stuff I need to know about how each one functions with the different mods that they have, and I'm overwhelmed. And I think a lot of new people would be feeling that way if they clicked on this.
Dan, you have earned yourself one.
Right?
Oh,
it's a knowledge
Rob
bomb.
wants to blow me up and get me off the live stream.
Knowledge bomb.
Woo!
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Well then, he made that quite easy for us.
Yep. Moving on.
I do think their titles are close though. Like the worst start ever, Flame SMP. Like I had the worst start ever on a new SMP. It's about the start, so you could call it a new SMP. And I think again, don't just appeal to this one community. You are niching down too much in the Minecraft space, in my opinion.
Did we establish if we're predominantly a long form or a shorts channel? Because the consistency long form is very loosey goosey.
Just a handful of shorts.
Yeah.
The latest one having 15,000 views.
Wow. 22 days ago. Okay, so they're posting infrequently. So I would also add to this creator one of these like commitment contracts. Like I'm going to commit to making by the end of the year whatever you're comfortable with. That might be 3 videos or 6 videos, but you're going to do them in a method that means that there's a period of time between each of them. So like, let's say you're going to make 6 videos by the end of the year. That's 1 video every 3 weeks. But you don't do like a video and then another one a week after. Like you spread them out so that you're hitting your audience on a more regular basis. Because now it just seems like you kind of get a fire and an enthusiasm and a passion for a month, do it, and then you just disappear. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, your audience is going to do the same thing because there's plenty of Minecraft SMP channels there to fill the void if you're not around.
If
and I don't think this is
sorry, Rob.
I don't think this is a taking a break issue. It's just like I've used this phrase before. You're kind of dabbling in YouTube, and I don't think you're taking it seriously enough to the point where submitting to us or to have a channel audit is something where we can. I mean, I know we've kind of gone into the detail first, but like the broader picture is, let's fall in love with making videos and make sure you're doing it on a regular basis. I'm sorry, I rambled on a bit there, Jen. Please.
I was going to say
Share
this
your
creator
thoughts.
would be a great fit for our Discord if they're not already in there, because the group of people and the stages and the challenges might help them stay more consistent and be more motivated to be continuously uploading and stay on top of the channel.
I agree. Yeah. If you're looking for ideas, one thing you could do is like, I survived 100 days on the most brutal PvP, SMP or something like that, to give yourself like a common challenge is what I'm getting at. Like something you've seen other people do your version of it. And that could maybe jumpstart things for you as well.
They have something. They're for a gaming channel, getting hundreds of views per video. You're not stuck in that endless let's play cycle where videos just are barely cracking a dozen views every time you launch. Like, people are showing up, but I think you need to consistently show up a little bit more as well.
Good luck. All right. A couple more things to get to here. We have another channel to do from the non-gaming form. We will pick number 263.
Yay.
263.
A sigh.
Wow.
2 to the 6 to the 3.
All right. They are Creator Reality 1. They teach editing and share good gear recommendations.
Oh,
all right.
fun.
Their biggest obstacle is reaching new viewers. Wants to focus on packaging.
Cool.
All right. I can already tell they're using like a nice camera. They're teaching DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, like, that's brilliant, isn't it? You know exactly what the channel's about in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You've passed the first test.
I'm trying to
Bravo.
learn this software, so I might have to watch some of these.
There you
Is
go.
it me, or is their image on the thumbnail not super crispy?
Thumbnails not so much, but I felt like the camera was good in the preview I saw. Yeah.
I don't know if it was just my screen, like through the stream.
I think it might be.
It might-
yeah.
it might
They'll
be.
look
Okay,
all
okay.
right. They'll look all right.
I take it back.
For recording in this studio, but I was wrong. Welcome back to Creator Reality, my friend. Today we're taking a look at the Fine
This music is too
K688C.
loud.
Sorry?
This music is too loud, so you couldn't even hear me.
Yeah. StreamYard will do that though. But yeah, I completely agree. The music is very loud.
Microphone. They did send it to me for free for testing and review, so I'm going to be upfront with you about that, but all opinions are my own. They aren't seeing it before you are. The only talking point they gave me was, hey,
Yeah.
our company-
Not only is it loud music, it's really irritating music as well. I think I've used this music I think I may have searched for elevator annoying music, and that's come up.
It has like a game show elevator vibe.
Yeah.
It does have a game show feel to it.
Yeah.
So
So
far
yeah,
for the intro, I'm like, let's leave the contract out of the content.
yeah.
That's
It-
like, no, that's a
Yeah,
no-no for me.
If you need to say like, oh, by the way, they didn't like give me money for this. They're not seeing this first. Like it's maybe for a little bit later, because 30 seconds in, I'm like, show me the microphone. So yeah,
I didn't even realize this was about a microphone. I was too distracted by the hook and
The
Oh,
music,
right, so on the-
music,
on the-
gotcha.
on the thumbnail. This is kind of, if you just bring up the thumbnail down using our amazing tool. Thank you. It's in terms of the hierarchy of the thumbnail, because he's wearing a grey shirt. And the thumbnail cover is also grey as well. I mean, yeah, there is a red arrow there.
Yeah.
But I still think in terms of hierarchy, the microphone is maybe third, because I think it's either the text or himself,
Mhm.
which is first, then the arrow, and then the microphone.
Plus, the timestamp is definitely going to hit part of this.
Oh yeah, that'll be in the bottom corner. I did not even notice this part of the thumbnail. This just blends into your shirt. This is even your merch, it looks like, too. So
Well, no, I was thinking, because he's called Creator Reality, did he start a channel called Road Reality as well in 2020? That was
Interesting.
that was distracting me a little bit. That
they did. This is their main channel.
Well, points for
Right.
Rob.
I feel as if we've audited
Wow, these
this channel before, and it was really
Thumbnails
it was
are much
cool.
better.
Yeah, I like these thumbnails.
Yeah, is
do
that
too.
because the background or the environment makes it easy to take the thumbnails as opposed to having to rely on a complex software editing screenshot for your
Probably.
thumbnail?
I mean, using a blue gradient text is also not working.
At least not in this environment for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good on them for
Well,
like branching out.
Here's my do you just not like it, the color and the font, Jem?
I don't think any single thing about this shows
Wow.
any kind of review.
Shots fired!
Oh my goodness.
I
They're
personally
watching, by
vote
the
we
way.
should take the creator out of all of these thumbnails. I don't think the creator has a place really to be in most of these thumbnails. The only one that I see that feels like a really good fit is the white balance one. And I also don't think that that's enhanced enough for a thumbnail either.
I think this is a perfect A/B testing opportunity, isn't it? Just having a thumbnail with and without to get a clear determination on which one works for the audience.
I have to be harsh because this is such a competitive space and you need high quality, super crispy thumbnails. Like that is a given. If you want to review something, like you need a good thumbnail. And that's just, I would say, one of the spaces that it's going to be the most competitive, like thumbnail wise.
This is one of the channels I go to a lot for gear reviews. And I mean, Harris will put himself in certain ones like lighting and stuff. But, you know, this kind of thing, it's kind of what you're talking about. Just gear.
Is it a gear review channel at this point? Because I'm just of the mindset it's a DaVinci Resolve tutorial channel. At this
They
point.
mentioned gear reviews on the forum, and we're specifically looking at this. But yes, that is a good point too. I think that the text, when it comes to the DaVinci thumbnails, I think the text is taking up too much room. And I don't know, like if I were to look up a similar tutorial on DaVinci, let's see, DaVinci Multicam. Something like that. So we have just a very simple edit faster with someone pointing, and I'm trying to find one that like shows DaVinci itself. Now, see, this shows for cameras. This is not exactly how I would do this thumbnail, but when I think multicam editing, I'm thinking of an image that's going to be broken up into 2 or 4 sections because that's going to kind of trigger my brain like that video. That's what I'm looking for. That's the thing I'm trying to do.
Yep.
Like this one here is a good example.
See, just a white text. The blue, there's too much blue with their text, I think. And also just like the gradient text, I think makes it a little harder to read.
DaVinci has like a blue hue to it. It's just kind of...
So my thought here was that, all right, it's of an acquired taste, this font, but it is branding and it is almost like obnoxiously unavoidable. Like you can't miss this if it was on the homepage of a search page. So I guess I'm trying to add like a bit of a defense here, Jen. I
like your defense, Rob.
I'm making any progress.
Are you reading the text or are you just noticing that there is text?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. Like, am I just noticing the gradient, the let's call it a frosty font or a snowy font? I don't know.
I haven't read most of
these. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
That's how I feel about it. I definitely notice that there's text, but I'm not reading the text.
I mean, it's definitely noticeable. I'll give you that.
So I think we covered it.
I don't know if we have. We've just kind of debated different parts of a channel, haven't we? Without too much advice.
I just think so many of these, like if you're helping me do something, like I personally would fight the urge to put yourself on these thumbnails. Like this is about solving a problem for the most part for somebody, and I would make that problem and the solution as clear as possible. And I think if it's necessary to have themselves in the picture to demonstrate that, then that's obviously the route that you go. But a lot of the times, like they're just popping themselves in here.
Yeah.
Like that one.
Fusion effect. So either it's showing the actual result of the effect. This one worked for them, but like,
Yeah, but they're a 3.6 mil channel.
yeah, this I don't like how it's showing the little effect bubbles really tiny, and our hero channel is doing the same thing, whereas you can barely see because the fusion panel is kind of complicated, and there's these little things with text in them that link together, and it is hard to demonstrate. But the most of the thumbnails seem to be leaning into what the effects actually look like after they've been put on the video.
So do they have other product reviews, or is that their only product review?
That's a good question. Wait, okay, DJI Mic 2, extreme outdoor conditions. I almost think that when you keep talking about microphones in extreme conditions, you should probably be showing this extreme conditions. Like have a picture of a microphone with like a big fan pointed at it or something, you know?
Ooh.
Or a meowing cat.
That's
those are extreme conditions.
Extreme, the most extreme.
I know,
Rob.
yeah.
Domestically extreme conditions.
Okay, fine. Go get in a hurricane. Then
Go find a tornado. Yes.
Yes, we don't take responsibility for what happens to you. Or you can get a loud cat.
I actually think this is a really good use of their thumbnail from sync to edit, master multicam.
Which one?
And it has an outlier score too,
Oh.
right? You just kind of cut it off. The top right.
Top right. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that is like one of their best thumbnails, and the text on that one doesn't kill me, but I think that is definitely one of their strongest.
And also, I think I'm seeing the DaVinci Resolve logo more prominently in these thumbnails. So, like, maybe that needs to have more hierarchy than himself as well, where possible.
Yeah. All right, now I think we covered it because we got to get to these last super chats.
There is one more thing. I don't know why this is triggering me, but it says, as a
gosh.
DaVinci Resolve user since 2020, and over 4,000, it's in the description, Dan, over 4,000 hours of editing, I just immediately think, oh, well, it's monetized. Good job. Is it
probably
is it a
are.
milestone?
I mean, this is like,
yeah, it's just
probably
seeing 4,000 hours on YouTube and it not being used in the context of reaching monetization. It's just throwing me off.
So to Jen's point here about the thumbnails, look how different these two are and how they just are complete outliers to most other thumbnails. I mean, these ones are doing okay, but like the one where you're outside on the logo, no more green screen.
I think that proved your point, Dan. Show the extreme condition. Like this is without the green screen.
Yeah, we're missing the loud cat, but maybe the next one can be
Also,
more
to
extreme
Rob's point,
conditions.
that's a huge logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for your channel submissions. Real quick, we got some more super chats here. And no, please don't send any more. Phil's TV Diary. I don't think this is a super chat, but great job, vidIQ. You helped me learn important points to my channel. You're very welcome.
Oh.
Shadows and Secrets gave us a super and says, just started my storytelling channel. Shorts do well, longs don't. 17 subs in 1 week. Am I on the right track? Can't really know that without looking. 17 subs 1 week. There is no like definitive, I'd say, number for a week. I think it sounds like you are.
People are clicking an engagement button on your content, which is great. And you are not alone in having early success with shorts and longs taking a longer time to build up momentum. Week 1, celebrate your successes. Come back in week 2 and tell us how you're doing.
Yeah. Film Form Studio says, just sending the love, appreciation, and appreciate you deserve. Thank you. Thank you, Film Form Studios. I butchered that, but thank you. Callow or Challow? Review mine. No, we do not review channels based on super chats, but thank you for your super chat.
No.
Let's see. Big old Ben weight loss journey, guys, especially Rob. Thank you for the how to get started as a beginner video. I've used as much as possible. I find all this channel's videos really helpful. Yeah, thank you.
See, Rob, there's someone that would have you on 7 screens.
Thanks, big old Ben.
Mimo says, I have 5 outliers in a raw. I don't know what that means. And okay.
Consecutively.
Everyone's struggling with their keyboards today.
And before 2 days, the streak has been broken. How do you deal with this psychologically? My channel's 470 subscribers, and the outlier videos are 20-30K, and the latest is 550 views.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a tough emotional thing to deal with on YouTube. And the simplest way I think we can all put this is YouTube growth is not linear. You're not entitled to have these views because you've had them in the past. And your audience dictates how your channel to a certain extent performs, and you've got to continue to appeal to that audience. The way I try to look at it is, what was your benchmark before these viral moments? Let's say, for example, it was 200 views per video, and then you had these outliers, and now your benchmark per video is 400 or 500 views per video. Well, actually, your channel, from like a resting heartbeat perspective, has increased 100%. You've doubled your audience. So just try to not get too excited about the highs and too despondent about the lows. And I'm going to give myself a knowledge bomb for that.
Yeah.
You know what, Rob? You beat me to it. I was going to say you said it flawlessly.
And thank you. Thank you.
I don't have a knowledge bomb sound effect, but I have this. So yeah, if Jen and I work together, it sounds like an explosion.
I should clip those two sound effects together.
And then finally, Boneyard VR says, since upgrading our vidIQ subscription, our channel started growing again. Well, thank you for the vidIQ shout out. Congratulations on your channel. Okay, thank you everybody for your super chats, your participation, and do we get any memes? No. I guess canceling
That's
memes
all right.
probably
we can
resulted
start again
in no
next
memes
week.
Today. Thank you all. It's been fun. Jen, parting words.
Keep creating. So corny. Just keep doing it.
Creating.
Just keep doing it.
Will you just keep creating?
Just keep
making the videos. Come back next week. We'll roast them.
You've got this. Just keep going. Keep going.
Please, I'm so tired. I don't have any parting words. No, thank you, Jen. And thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Goodbye.
I guess I don't get any parting words.